One and only. This is a Local 10 News Update, sponsored by FHIA, Florida Home Improvement Associates.
Good afternoon, South Florida. I'm Christy Kruger. Here's a look at some of the stories making news on this Monday. A shooting rocking a neighborhood in Hallandale Beach. Police telling us about 7 o'clock this morning, someone called them reporting a dead person in the area. They then hung up the phone, and when officers got to the scene, they didn't actually find a body, but instead found a man armed with a gun outside. Police say one of the officers feared for his own life and shot that man. Paramedics took the man to the hospital. Another shooting, this one in Miami, happened about 2:40 this morning on the corner of Northwest 1st Place and 12th Street in Miami's Overtown neighborhood. A man was shot and taken to the hospital there. He is in critical but stable condition, we're told, and one person has been detained. A homicide investigation is going on in North Miami Beach after a cyclist was shot and killed over the weekend. Clifton Cargill was killed outside of a bike shop where he was meeting other cyclists for a ride. Cargill was apparently sitting in his car when he was shot. The incident happened in Northeast 19th Avenue and 163rd Street yesterday. If you have any information, you are urged to call police.
Listen to Local 10's podcast, The Florida Files, wherever you are, whenever you want. Just say, Alexa, play the Florida Files podcast.
Getting the latest episode of Florida Files. Here it is from TuneIn.
Previously on the Florida Files.
Or just ask Siri, I want to hear the latest Florida Files podcast.
Here's the newest episode of the Florida Files.
Get the Florida Files on Alexa, Google Home, or Apple devices just by saying play the Florida Files podcast. The Florida Files from the one and only Local 10.
And there was a touching tribute remembering the life of 17-year-old Bryce Gowdy, who died by suicide last week. Gowdy was killed by a train in Deerfield Beach. His football team releasing white doves in his honor yesterday. During their tryouts, hundreds were in attendance to see this happen. Gowdy, who was a recent graduate of Deerfield Beach High School, was a 4-star recruit and set to attend Georgia Tech in the spring. As breaking news happens, we have you covered on air and online. Head to local10.com for more local news coverage and updates all day long.